Hi, I'm Vicky, welcome back. This is the second part of my little update series, and in this one I'm going to give you a little tour of my temporary studio. This is it behind me. This is an old site shed we picked up. It was in quite a shocking state when we bought it, but that was good because we got it cheap. It hadn't been used for a long time. We found some business paperwork in there from back in the 60s, and yeah, it was a lot of work to get it up to what you see now. So thankfully my husband is really handy. He gutted it, he added insulation, he redid all the walls, he redid all the electrics, he put a new door on, he put an air conditioner in there, so I've got heating and cooling, and then painted the outside as well, and it's actually a really beautiful space to work. There's really beautiful light, and I'm going to take you inside and show you my space. This is the working end of the studio. So this is half the size that my old studio used to be. So I had to be quite creative about how I could turn this into a space that I could work in and see clients in as well. So at this end, this is where I work. So I've had this huge workbench built. It's got cupboards on one side, it's got drawers on the other side and another cupboard, and a huge top, which is the perfect height for cutting. It's on wheels, so I can move it around if I need to as well. And then you can see right here, I've got a little shelf, so I can put my feet on that while I'm sewing. So I sit at this end to sew, and then I stand around the other side normally to cut out. I thought my old bench, my old studio was good, but this is just next level brilliant. It cost me about 2,600 Australian dollars to have made. And honestly, it was worth every cent because the size of it, the height of it, it means I don't cut out on the floor anymore, which is saving my back and my hips. And it's big enough that I can cut out full big skirt and dress panels on there. It's the height's perfect to work at, so again, that's saving my back and my hips too. The fact that I got all the storage in there, because of the size of this, I needed really good storage solutions. So having the cupboards this side and then the drawers and the cupboards the other side means that I can keep everything that I use really regularly on hand. It keeps it really tidy, really organised, but it's also there so I can get it as soon as I need it. Then right at the back behind that, I've got some of my IKEA cubes that I had in the old studio. They're really handy. That's got a lot of fabric in. I've got different cubes for different clients, so I keep everything for that client together in that cube so I know where it is. On top of the cubes are all my rhinestones in boxes so I can find them easily as well. And then at the very back on the other side is my rail where I hang things while I'm working on them. Unfortunately, there's not a lot of room to have lots of sample gowns here, so they're all packed up and in storage. And then I've got my different mannequins here, so I've got sort of different sizes as I need to use them on hand. My old Singer sewing machine, of course, my trusty sewing machine's here, and I've got my overlocker and my other sewing machines in a bag down the back, so that's easy to get out if I need to do zigzags and stretch fabric. I've also got a storage shed just next to this studio. I've got a lot of things that I need here, but I don't use very often in there, so it's really easy just to pop in there, find the box of what I need, and just like grab the bit of fabric or the pattern or whatever else it is that I need from there. Moving out of my old studio was a huge amount of work. I'd been in there for 16 years nearly, so there was a lot of stuff in there. I didn't have great storage solutions, so a lot of it had ended up quite messy. So it was really good just to go through everything and have a big sort out. I bought lots of plastic tubs just from Bunnings, and now I've got everything sorted into these different tubs, so I know if I'm making a bag, I've got a box full of all my bag patterns and all my bag frames and all my bag hardware and everything I need for that. I've got all my fabrics sorted into different colours as well, so if I go, right, I need a piece of pink lining, I can find the box that's got pink in it and see if I've got any lining in there before I go out and buy some as well. So yeah, having everything really organised and really sorted has made my life a lot easier, and I should have done it a long time ago. But once I move into the new studio, I'll be able to keep it all organised and keep this going. Okay, I'm going to take you up the other end and then show you back where I'm standing so you can see my sort of showroom and fitting room end. And you can see my beautiful view of the countryside there. It's such a pleasure to be here, especially on a day like today. Last week, not so much, when it was absolutely wet and tipping it down every day. So this is the fitting room end of the studio. So I've just put a curtain up to divide it. So if I've got a client here for a fitting, I just pull that curtain across and then I just have to shut that blind for privacy. So again, it works out really well, like I did in my old studio where I had the curtain for the changing room there. Not building in something solid means you've got the whole space when you're not using it, because it's only a very small amount of time that I'm actually using the fitting room. And I've got my trusty red velvet chair. I've bought a beautiful new mirror that will be coming with me to the new studio as well. And then I've got my IKEA drawers, which these are the Alex drawers. They are so useful because you've got the slimmer drawers at the top and the deeper ones at the bottom. That's a really, really good way of organising lots of different sewing things. So that I've got all different types of boning and busks in some of them. I've got my overlocking threads and other bits and bobs that, again, I need to lay my hands on quite quickly during the day as I'm sewing. So for the colour scheme in here, I decided to go pink with the wallpapered ceiling. I wanted something a little bit fun and dramatic. The ceiling is very, very low. I can touch it without even standing on my toes. I thought I'd kind of go with it and go with this beautiful foliage and flower wallpaper, so it feels like you're in a little secret garden when you step in here. And I actually love the pink with the walls so much, I'm thinking I might do this pink in the new studio as well. So the builders are just leaving all of the walls white. It was too expensive to get them to do different colours. Plus, it meant that I had to make a decision way back then, a long, long time ago. We had to pick everything a long, long time ago. So I thought it was easier just to get them to leave everything white, and then once I get in, I can figure out what colour I want and how I'm going to decorate the studio and the rest of the house eventually. But I think I really like this pink, so I think I might go pink again. The pink and gold's working really, really well. So hopefully the new house should be finished in around April. Hopefully around mid-April, end of April, we'll be moving in, and then I'll be able to decorate and start seeing clients there and start filming there from early mid-May. But I will keep you updated on the progress of that, and maybe even do a little tour next time we're there for a visit. Hopefully we'll meet with our site supervisor and have a little tour of where it's up to before Christmas. So I'll see if I can film a sneaky peek of the new studio. Yeah, so let me know what you think of my little temporary studio. I think it's a fabulous place to work. Clients have been really happy coming here. My clients have all been great, even though it's a little bit out of town. It's about 15 minutes out of town to get here. Everyone's been super willing to come out here and see me for fittings. A lot of people have loved coming out into the countryside and having a little break from the city to come and see me for fittings as well. So I'm very grateful to my clients that they have been willing to make the trip here to see me for fittings. So yeah, it's worked out brilliantly, and yeah, I'm going to be very happy working in here until the new studio is done. Thanks for watching. In part 3 of my little update series, I'm going to show you some of the gowns and costumes that I've made over the last couple of years. Take care, see you soon.